You know, with the royals is a big thing, not because they're interested in fashion, but the world stage is interested in fashion. We've said many times here on the show, haven't we, just how glamorous Catherine, the Princess of Wales, looked at that Bond premiere. I mean, if you were one of the female leads in that particular movie, you were certainly outshone on that night at the Royal Albert Hall, the final outing for 007 himself, Daniel Craig. Even he was a little bit stunned as he, was sort of met her down the line, because she did look incredible. But the bigger problem, if you are a royal and fashion, is really not necessarily keeping ahead and setting trends. That was already started, wasn't it, in the 1980s with the late and beautiful Princess Diana. So many people copied her looks, the pillbox hat, the other things like the highlights in the hair and stuff like that. Everybody wanted a piece of Di's look because she just had that individuality about her. But now a lot of people's feathers are ruffled over here in the United Kingdom regarding our future Queen, Queen Camilla. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. And as ever, hope you're keeping well. Are you ready? Let's have a let's have a wave. Come on. Yes, I know it's tiring. I'm tired as well. Never mind. I'm holding this. It's not easy, to endure. I know, two jobs at once. I can see you now sipping a Horlicks and yes, dunking a jammy Georgia. You must be exhausted. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day, because this really I find fascinating. As I say, a lot of people are rather cruel about Camilla's fashion, but I feel that she absolutely gets it spot on every single time. I mean, she's not a fashion plate. She's a lady of a certain age, looks elegant, always looks the part. But now, of course, she's got the biggest test ever with the coronation coming up on May the 6th. And this particular sort of news has really ruffled a lot of feathers because the supreme designer, Bruce Oldfield, a very good friend of Princess Diana, will be helping to assist and dress Queen Camilla on that spectacular day and possibly the days afterwards. Now, I've been lucky enough to bump into Bruce Oldfield at various events over the years, and he's famous, of course, for being a Barnardo's boy, a man who truly made himself into something of a huge success. His designs, particularly in the 1980s, created waves around the world. And he was part of that group, wasn't he? The late Vivienne Westwood, Catherine Hamnet, all of those sort of things. If you remember the Sloane Ranger, do you remember that term? The Sloane Ranger. The Sloane Ranger's Handbook. That was a big success. If you read it now or you haven't seen any of it, have a look online. It just proves how daft we all were in the 1980s. But the reason apparently why Bruce wanted to get involved was simply this. A big fan of Camilla, thinks that he can do a wonderful job. She likes his designs, thinks that he can make her look her very best on that big special occasion, an historical constitutional event, and so consequently they agreed to work together. I'd love to know your thoughts on this because, as I say, there are certain elements over here that have been rather cruel and negative. But what's wrong with people aligning themselves, reworking with people who have sadly passed on, moved on? It doesn't just necessarily stop with them. And if the designer wishes to work with a lady of that individuality and have their work, well, shall we say, plastered across the world, what's wrong with that? It will do great for business, but more importantly, it will do great for the, shall we say, confidence of our brand new Queen, Queen Camilla. Are you looking forward to seeing what she's going to be wearing on the big day and the afterwards? I think everybody is, in fact. As ever, let me know what you think to this particular story in the comments below.